What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the beginning of our Premier League adventure with Blackburn Rovers. As you can see here from the season preview, they don't expect very much of us. They expect us to finish 19th. We have a 600 to 1 chance of winning the league, which almost certainly isn't going to happen, but we did much better. Like, we did 6 places better in the championship. So if we can do 6 places better here and finish 13th, I will be chuffed for our first season in the Premier League. But as the season preview goes, they don't expect us to do very well at all. We have strengthened the squad in certain areas, not quite as many areas as I would have liked, but let's jump in and have a look at our transfers, shall we? So if we have a look in, where are we? Transfers, transfer history. So this season we have brought in there's a bunch of people from towards the end of last season that we brought in. So as you can see here, we got Anthony McDonald from Inverness on a free. He is one for the future. We've got him out on loan at Shrewsbury at the moment. We picked up Jonas Wind for 10.5 million. This is probably one of our most amazing transfers that we've made. If you don't know Jonas Wind, he's the FC Copenhagen centre forward. Complete forward. There's not really anything wrong with his game. As you look here, his stats, he's very, very good physically. His mentals are all pretty good. His bravery and aggression could maybe be a little bit better, along with his leadership and his positioning. But then his technical as well, absolutely fantastic, as you can see. So we'll play him as our complete forward, and hopefully he's only young as well. He's 22, so he's only going to get better. We signed him for 10.5 million. He's already worth 20.5 after the Euros, so he's only going to get better for us. Hopefully he'll be a big part of our season here. We also got Louis Coyle as backup for Nyambi. Got him quite cheap. A decent, not amazing, but decent backup right back. And he's still got a bit of potential to get better. So hopefully our coaches can do some work with him there. And he only cost us 1.9 million, potentially rising to 2.3. We strengthened our centre-back. We actually got 2 players from Midtjylland. I hope I'm saying that right. We got Sviatchenko as one of our starting centre-backs now. He's now our best defender in the squad. He's going to do some solid work for us, I believe. And the other person that we got from Midtjylland before we look at the others was Evander. Now, this centre-mid, 23, we spent quite a lot of money on him, but he is, without a doubt, going to be one of our best players this season, and brought him in to strengthen that centre midfield role, because while we've got Lewis Travis, who's still got potential to grow playing in that ball-winning midfielder role, Joe Rothwell, I don't think is of the quality required to survive in the Premier League if he plays every game. So we've got him now. He's worth 17.75 million, which is 5.25 million more than we actually spent on him. And one other first-team player that we ended up picking up was Munir Chular from Dijon. We got him quite cheap, 5.25 million for a left winger there. He is not the best in our squad by a long shot at the moment. The best in our squad is Curtis Jones or Adam Armstrong or Evander, but Evander's going to be playing that centre mid role. Rothwell can play out there as well, but Chouer here is just as good as Rothwell according to this, and has slightly more potential. So he's probably going to end up, he's only 22 as well, so he's probably going to end up playing the majority of the season out on the left for us there. And last but not least, another one for the future, Oni Valakari from Paphos. 850k he cost us. We've loaned him out to Apoel Nicosia, and he's doing bits for them at the moment, and he's one for the future as well. Like, his potential is pretty solid, so looking forward to having him grow a little bit and then come back to us. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. Rate my transfer dealings here as we get ready for our first game in the Premier League. Let's have a look at our schedule, shall we, and see how easy our our beginning of the season is, and also review our pre-season actions here. So, very beginning of the league, our first 4 games: Wolves, Newcastle, Norwich, and Leicester. Relatively easy start in the grand scheme of things. I guess we've beaten Leicester before in the Cup last season. We beat Norwich in the league last season. I don't expect Newcastle to put up too many problems. Wolves don't have a manager at the moment, so that might work in our favour as well. And then we've got the EFL Cup second round in there as well. So that's our run in there, or our beginning there. And let's have a look at pre-season here. So we had a bit of a mixed bag pre-season. On our tour, we won our first game and then lost the next 2. But then coming back to the UK, we beat Morecambe, Leicester, and Fiorentina, drew with Tottenham, and then lost to Sporting. So we had a pretty successful pre-season, but not the best by any stretch of the imagination. But let's hope we can fight against the odds here. I have done a bit of a whoopsie as well before we get into that. There was a lot of signings that I wanted to make that I actually couldn't. Our 30-odd million budget went quite quickly buying Wind and Evander. But we did have a load of other transfers agreed. One of which was to strengthen the keeper position. We were going to bring in the guy from Rotterdam. Let's just check their squad real quick. Sparta Rotterdam. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? I'm sure it was from here. Is he in the youth team? Not in the youth team. This guy, Okoye. We were going to bring him in because he is better than Kaminsky already and has the potential to be amazing. But we're probably going to have to wait until I don't think we'll even be able to bring him in January. He's achievable for about 6 million. We had that deal agreed, but then didn't have the budget to be able to bring him in, which was a shame because we do need to strengthen our goalkeeper position. And we're going to try and do that when we're next able to. Kaminsky, though, he did as well last season. Hopefully he'll continue to do as well as we enter the Premier League here. But let's go ahead and do our pre-match press conference for this Wolves game. Lots of people here this time. Always nice to start with a win and get points on the board and build some momentum. Am I confident you can get off to the good start? I believe we're developing well. Most pundits suggest that wins performances will be the key factor in determining whether you have a successful season or not. Is that a fair assessment? I think our squad is a strong one, but clearly Jonas has enormous quality, yeah. It's been noted that you've signed a number of young players. Is this a conscious effort to build for the future? Some of these players may be young, but age is no barrier if they're a fantastic player. The opening day is marked on the calendars of football fans all across the country, and after a long close season, everyone is raring to go. Are you excited? It's a great moment, and I can't wait to get started. You've had the pre-season to prepare your team, and all that's left to do is kick off the campaign. Are you confident that your team are ready? There's been a really good attitude in training. How much do I think Davenport's departure will help the dressing room atmosphere? Look, it is what it is, and hopefully we're all able to move on in a more positive direction going forward. Klopp has taken the bold step of placing Thiago on the transfer list. Is that a decision you agree with? And if put in the same position, would you have done it? I would have considered this to be the last resort. You never want to alienate a key player. You're clearly a fan of the player. Can we expect a transfer bid to be lodged in the near future? It's too early to say anything for certain. Owner is considering selling the club. What sort of impact is that speculation having on your team? They're professionals and no whatever distractions, keep working hard. Yep. Supporters have responded well to consistency and giving opportunities to youngsters. Is that something we can expect to see more of from you? I have made a commitment of developing the future of this club and will continue to do exactly that. As a newly promoted team, do you realistically think your team has what it takes to compete at this level? We're here on merit and believe we're capable of playing. Yes, for sure. Now, that's one thing I definitely want to look at, though. If Thiago's been placed on the transfer list, let's see how much for. He has placed that he's worth 56 million. He's been listed for 50. Oof. Let's have a look at his attributes. He's got to be a worldie, right? He is an absolute worldie. Like, how are you? I mean, he's 30. I guess that's definitely a push. But what was he listed for? Deemed surplus to requirements? How is he surplus to requirements? Who have you signed, Liverpool, in that centre mid position? Let's have a look and see. So we've got Brozovic, Naby Keita. Thiago's playing, but is that because Fabinho is injured? No, Fabinho's just on the bench. Not even on the bench. What? For the first day of the season? Alisson doesn't play. He's on international duty, I guess. So we've not got a goalkeeper chosen in there at the moment, but Origi, Jota and Pavon as the front three, which means Mane and Salah don't play. Firmino doesn't play. What? What is Klopp doing with Liverpool in this season, eh? Who knows? But Naby Keita's also listed. How much is Naby Keita listed for? He's worth 50. Apparently he's worth more than Thiago. And he is listed for 53 million. They're not going to go anywhere this season, I don't think. Not with those asking prices, especially with the deals that have been done so far anyway. But let's get into our first game, shall we? Enough about players that we can't afford to sign. Oh my word, give me a second to just adjust this. We've got the sun coming through the window, and it's playing a nightmare on my green screen, so we'll just have to trim that down a little bit, and hopefully that won't detract too much from what's going on here. So Jonas Wind loved my comments, fantastic. Klopp is confident he made the right decision. Do you think that Liverpool will really part company with the player? Let's see. If he does go, I'd be fighting off dozens of managers. Seems to be happening. I can't help but think there's going to be a queue of suitors. I know I'd love him here. Yeah, we'll proclaim that we want Thiago, even though we're only going to have like a 20 million budget next season, unless we absolutely smash the league. Which, looking at the odds that they've given us, is unlikely. I believe they're genuinely interested, but they're not the only ones. Anyone who wants him is going to have to stump up the cash. You've listed him. Miguel here. We'll just acknowledge this. Yeah, we know all about this. People scouting that we're not actually in the market to buy right now, so let's just quickly whiz through those. And our training week, Niambe has trained fantastically. He's only just come back from injury, as has Jones and Wind. Lenihan, Williams, and Pears not so much. But let's get into this game, and hopefully we can get our Premier League adventure off to a winning start. We've got a North London derby to kick the season off as well, with an Arsenal Spurs game. That'll be interesting. But come on, let's get this game started. We'll go through our lineup as we enter the game. I've already sorted out my tactics and what have you, so hopefully we've chosen ourselves a winning side. But who'd have thunk it, eh? One season in, we get promoted against the odds, and now we're in the Premier League. My scouts have been doing a bit of work for me as well, so I found some decent players for the future. Separated my shortlists out to transfer targets, unrealistic targets, people to keep an eye on, and loan targets as well. Homegrown update, thank you. Let's go to our tactical meeting here. Cool. So next match only, what are we going to do? So we're going to ignore those for now. Opposition instructions, let's do it all. We're not going to work the ball into the box. We're going to stay positive. We're going to attack this league. We're going to continue in the vein that we attacked the championship with. I'm not going to increase defensive duties right away. So let's now have a look at our team selection here. So our lineup, Kaminsky in goal, Sviatchenko and Branthwaite. Do we want to play Branthwaite or do we want to play Simjinovic? I think we want to play Branthwaite. Branthwaite's technically a better player. He is on loan with us, but fingers crossed he's going to do work, do bits. We need a ball-playing defender, I think. With Derek Williams and Ryan Niambe as our fullbacks/wingbacks. Lewis, Travis and Evander making up that midfield too. With Schuer, Jones and Elliott as our three behind Jonas Wind here. We've got Adam Armstrong on the bench. We can bring him on in any of the, well, really just in place of Schuer or Wind. We've got Bradley Dack as well, who can come on in the advanced playmaker role if we want him to, or in the attacking midfielder role. Along with Ben Berreton, Nabil Bentaleb. Oh, that reminds me, I didn't show you all of our transfers. So if I come here to, where are we? Transfers, transfer history. So we also brought in Machucha from Racing Club. He's listed for loan. He's definitely one for the future. But he is a centre-back that has a lot of potential. So hopefully he's going to do bits for us. We have him listed for loan at the moment. So if I offer him to clubs on a loan, let's see if we can get somebody to come and take him off our hands for the season. Get some development done. Here we are, transfer history. We also got Bentaleb on a free from Schalke. Solid backup midfielder. And we also got Manu Sanchez in as a left back for just shy of 6 million from Atletico. He's a little bit injured at the moment, so he's not going to be starting for us until he's recovered a little bit. But he will be our first choice left back, with Branthwaite sort of rotated between centre back and left back. Now let's go back to the team selection screen, shall we, so I can go through this. So we've got Pears is wanted by Bristol Rovers on loan. But yeah, our bench is Pears, Lenihan, Bentaleb, Armstrong, Simjinovic, Dack, and Berreton. Not a completely Premier League bench, but it's definitely solid Championship standard with some Premier League players mixed in there. Mainly Adam Armstrong, Nabil Bentaleb, Simjinovic. Berreton's definitely got the potential to be a decent Premier League player, and Bradley Dack. So let's get into the game, shall we, though? There's our team. Complete forward on attack. Shadow striker, inverted wingers either side, both on support. Evander as an advanced playmaker on attack. Travis as a defensive ball-winning midfielder, and then our entire backlines on defensive duties. Defensive fullbacks with stopper, centre-back, and a ball-playing defender in Branthwaite. So let's do this. Let's get into it, shall we? Nyambe's lacking sharpness. We're aware of this. So we've got Adama Traore, João Moutinho, Dendoncker, Moreno, Catrone, and Versalco with some instructions set against them, but we're not going to make too many more changes to that. We're going to leave our tactics the way we have. We've done some playing around with set pieces, so our corners and our throws are going to be a little bit different. Yeah, we'll never mark Adama tightly. That seems like a bad idea. But the Wolves team that we're up against, Rui Patricio, Versalco, Martinez, Cody, and Johnny at the back. Traore, Moutinho, Dendoncker, and Moreno in midfield. And then Raul Jimenez and Patson Daka up top. Daka is a fantastic signing for Wolves. Really is. But let's go into the dressing room here. We've got nothing to lose. Let's straight up just say we know how good we are. Let everyone else see how capable we are. And then we've got stuff in the tunnel. It's almost time for kickoff. I must be excited. I'm ready for the challenge. How long can he last out there? He's good to go. If he encounters any setbacks, we'll deal with them accordingly. We will indeed. And here we are at Ewood Park for our first game in the Premier League. A Wolves kickoff as Jimenez passes it back to Cody. Now Moutinho finds Johnny Otto. Dendoncker. Beautiful ball out to Moreno here on the left-hand side. Moreno's going to look for the delivery. It cannons off Nyambe though, and now Harvey Elliott has a chance to break for Rovers here in their first game in the Premier League. But Dendoncker flies over, snaps Elliott, and Jimenez got injured. He injured himself. Pulled on. We got a long throw going there that Moreno heads down, and Jonas Wind scores the first goal of the Premier League season for Blackburn Rovers after 3.5 minutes against a managerless Wolves who have had to take off Raul Jimenez early as the result of a long throw there, Nyambe. Moreno tries to head it out, but only as far as Curtis Jones, who plays the ball across to Wind at the back post, and Wind can tap it in. Fantastic start to our Premier League campaign here. Lewis Travis has just been given a warning for a foul that he's played, and Moutinho now has a chance to play the ball into the box, and Catrone's there, and Kaminski can do nothing to stop it. Same amount of time since the game started to when Blackburn scored to when Wolves equalised. Less than 10 minutes of the game gone so far, and it is already 1-1. That was a beautiful delivery for Catrone to get involved in that there. Now let's see, Curtis Jones now breaking forward. Tries to play it forward to Wind, but doesn't quite make it there. But the ball ends up back with Rui Patricio, and now Martinez looks for the ball out towards Traore, and now Traore's got the legs to sprint at the defence, and he just absolutely blasts through there. But Kaminski is able to make the stop, and then Branthwaite can clear it out for a throw for Wolves, just inside the Blackburn Rovers half. So a draw again wouldn't be a terrible result either, but let's give the boys some encouragement, shall we? Moutinho now, another delivery, and Martinez, and Kaminski is able to stop it and tip it over. It goes out for a Wolves corner, which nothing comes of. Boys have been given some encouragement. Everyone looks happy with it. Now Branthwaite with a free kick here. Just plays it simply to Williams and then receives it again. And now Evander back to Williams. Williams plays that long ball towards Wind, who nods it on, but Cody picks up that ball and plays it out towards Sviatchenko. Sviatchenko has the ball stolen from him by Patson Daka, though, who then plays to Catrone. And now Adama has another chance to try and sprint through our defensive line, but he's being marshalled pretty well there, and Kaminski claims the cross. Now Kaminski plays that long ball forward towards Wind, who heads it out to Elliott. Elliott now darting forward, gets held up and has to play it back to Nyambe. Nyambe brings the new boy Evander into play. Dendoncker, though, with a fantastic dispossession there, and Catrone picks up the loose ball and can send Patson Daka, and he rounds Kaminski and slots it into the back of the goal. Brilliant goal there. And Daka is carrying a knock as well. Is that going to be both of Wolves' first choice forwards getting injuries in the first day of the season? That was a brilliant goal there for Wolves, though. So far, though, Blackburn have been given a good show of themselves, as Wolves have another corner here. Delivered in from Moutinho. I'm not even sure who got their head on that there, but Kaminski managed to tip it round the post, and Wolves have another corner. Moutinho tries to deliver again. And it is played out, eventually cleared by Curtis Jones. And now Blackburn have a chance to build again. And here's Nyambe with another long throw. Patricio claims easily, though. Comes to nothing. We've got Nyambe on long throws because his long throw stat is pretty good. And now Adama's just had another chance to absolutely fly through our defensive line. His pace is definitely a problem for us. We're going to have to set him to be pressed all the time as Moutinho delivers this corner in. Sviatchenko there rises to head that out, and Wind is going to pick up that second ball, and he's got space to run into, but he is being chased by Adama, and Adama cynically just takes him out, and he got a yellow card from that as Derek Williams plays that forward, looking for Jonas Wind, finds him, but Rui Patricio makes a wonderful save and turns it behind. Blackburn Rovers still searching for that equaliser as Evander plays the corner short to Harvey Elliott. Back to Evander. Evander delivers it in looking for Branthwaite, but it's cleared out only as far as Derek Williams, who plays a long ball back into Harvey Elliott, who nods it towards the goal, and Patricio can claim it. But the assistant had his flag up. Elliott was offside. First half coming to an end now after what has been a busy half as Moutinho delivers another free kick there, and now Chular has a chance to break forward. He finds Jonas Wind. Wind now with only two defenders and the goalkeeper in front of him, but the orange shirts are flooding back as Wind plays it in and it's cleared. But Williams then back forward again, and Wind nods it into the centre. Can Curtis Jones finish? He can, and it is 2-2. Blackburn Rovers are not giving up without a fight in their first game of the season here at Molineux. I thought it was at Ewood Park because of the blocking of the camera to start the game out, but it's not. It's at the Molineux. And that's another fantastic goal there. Wind and Jones combining for both of the goals so far today. Fantastic show for Blackburn so far. 2-2 at half-time. Let's go into this dressing room. We have been the better team as well, apparently. I'm happy with your performance so far. Thanks for playing well, boys. And Harvey Elliott is not playing well at all. We're going to have to see who do we have that can come on for Elliott. So we could move Jones out there and bring on Dak. Or we could bring on Berreton in that position. What do we want to do here? I am going to suggest, like, what does Chuer... Chuer's not great in the middle. But if we do Chuer in the middle... what's Jones like out on the right? He's fine, but if we change that to a winger on support, and then Chuer in the middle as a shadow striker, is he better in any other role? Nope, shadow striker it is. And then Harvey Elliott can come off for Ben Berreton. No, not even Ben Berreton, Adam Armstrong on for Harvey Elliott on a... he's going to be an inside forward as well on attack. Hopefully we'll get some extra bodies in the box there. And let's go to the dressing room. We've already said everything's good. And let's go. See if we can make this second half even better for us now as Rovers kick off and Williams finds Armstrong, his first touch of the game here. He starts charging forward. Making up so much ground here. Plays it forward, looking for Curtis Jones, but Johnny Otto picks up the loose ball and can clear. And now Vasalko with the throw. Williams is able to clear it, but now Cody beats Lewis Travis to the ball. He's hassled, but manages to get it out from underneath his feet. And Moutinho plays Daka in, and Kaminski can't get down fast enough for it. Patson Daka gets his second goal of the game, making it 3-2 to Wolves. 5-goal thriller so far on the first day of the season. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get back into this, shall we? As Nyambe goes for another long throw here, and Patricio is able to claim. He rolls it out to Connor Cody, who's instantly put under pressure and has to clear, but Sviatchenko's there for it, and now Evander looks for a ball forward but can't find one, so has to play it to Travis, and now Evander again plays it out towards Nyambe on the right. Can Nyambe make a decent delivery? He can, and Adam Armstrong gets his first goal of the season to equalise 3-3. And the team is still incredibly happy. 52 minutes gone. So lovely moves by Blackburn Rovers here. Moutinho is making things happen. So Evander now with a corner. Plays it short to Armstrong. Cody slides in but can't dispossess. Now Armstrong plays it to the back post and Wind headers it into the post. We'll always press Moutinho, yes, that's not a bad idea. Now Niambe delivers. Cleared out though, but Travis can pick it up. Travis finds Evander. Back to Travis again. Wind. Evander Armstrong knocks it wide. Not troubling the goalkeeper, that. Rui Patricio will be able to take his goal kick there. If we give the boys some encouragement again now, as Niambe with a long throw, Patricio can claim. Branthwaite was not able to put enough pressure on the keeper to stop him from being able to claim that, as Johnny Otto now plays the ball forward to Moreno. Moreno tries to find Daka and does. Daka has to play it back to Otto though. And now that through ball looking for Daka again. He manages to beat the defender, bring Moreno into play, and then Sviatchenko dispossesses him. And Curtis Jones now with a chance to bring that ball forward. Launches it looking for Wind. Wind with a beautiful touch to bring that down. Plays it through to Chular. And Chular's shot is blocked. But he manages to play it back to Niambe to keep the move alive. But Niambe's cross as well is blocked by Moreno. And now it's back with Travis. And nothing comes of the move overall. 75 minutes gone and it's still 3-3 here, ladies and gentlemen. Blackburn in 4th place at the moment. 80th minute. What can we do to try and win this? Let's see. So we'll probably bring Bentaleb on for Evander here. And instead of having him play in that attacking playmaker role, we will have him playing in a bit of a box-to-box role on support. And I think we're also going to bring Bradley Dack on for Chuer. We're going to go attacking. And we are going to increase our tempo. And what's our line like? Much higher line, standard line. We'll make that line slightly higher as well. And we'll try and put a lot of pressure on them here towards the end of the game, the last 10 minutes. As now Moutinho is going to try and deliver a corner here for Wolves. Taking his time with it. Martinez got his head to it, but Kaminski could claim. And now Kaminski plays that long ball forward towards Bentaleb, who knocks it down to Dack. Plays it out to Curtis Jones, who's got lots of space here on the right-hand side. Plays it into Wind, and Wind slots it into the back of the goal. The flag is up, though. It's not going to stand. VAR is checking. I'm not sure there was an offside there. Goal disallowed? What? Are we going to see the replay? We're not going to see the replay. Oh, yes, we are. So Curtis Jones. Oh, my word. Only just. Only just. We've been robbed, ladies and gentlemen. We have been robbed. As Niambe now with a long throw to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones tries to slot it into the goal, but it's parried and played back out to Niambe. And now Travis on the edge of the area has to play it back out to Niambe again after the pressure. Drawing the Wolves defenders out here, though. And Travis is brought down by Connor Cody. We have a free kick in a dangerous position here. And who's going to try and deliver it? It's Curtis Jones. Swings it in towards the back post and Wind heads it. And it's just over the bar. But Wind was offside anyway, so the goal would have been disallowed. As Niambe now looking for a long throw. Nobody's there, though. Johnny Otto manages to pick up that second ball. And Visalco back to Otto. Dendonka now. Forced back to Otto. And then Otto with that long ball. Only as far as Sviatchenko. And then Branthwaite manages to play the long ball forward. And Dack heads it down for Wind. Whose shot is deflected out for a corner. Blackburn Rovers with maybe one last chance here to take the whole 3 points. As Dack goes to deliver the corner. Plays it short to Armstrong. Dack again, though, swings it in. And Bentaleb is there. But Dack was offside from the ball back from Armstrong. And now Moutinho, chance to win it for Wolves here with that long delivery, and Kaminski can claim. Can Kaminski make something happen in this last minute here with a long ball forward looking for Wind? But the whistle is blown and the game is brought to a stop with a 3-3 draw for the first game of the season here. And Jonas Wind gets the Player of the Match award, as is to be expected. And we were the better team. We dominated that second half. Now let's go and see. Well done, you just proved a lot of people wrong. Yes, good. Be happy with your performance, guys. Be very happy with your performance. That is a great start to our Premier League campaign. Wolves, so I was under significant pressure for much of the match and allowed a number of shots on goal, but you've come away with a result. How do you reflect on that performance? We need a bit of luck here and there, but on the whole, we did well. What sort of impact did getting a goal just before half-time? Certainly made my half-time team talk a lot easier. And our fans are delighted, proud of us. Wind is an impressive debutant. Wind didn't really do that much for me, needs more time. No, he didn't do much at all, did he? Did he really? He just got, what was it, 2 goals and an assist? But let's continue out and see if there's anything else in the output on the press thing here. So goals galore as Blackburn and Wolves draw. An enthralling match saw both sides throw caution to the wind, and also VAR featured. It was football which was ultimately the winner. No doubt agreed that neither team deserved to lose the game. Jimenez was forced off with a twisted ankle. Madley went to the VAR system to rule out our goal from wind there. He went to VAR to confirm the goal there, sorry. Catrone, Adam Armstrong plays the left winger, equalised. Oh no, so it was Wind, Jones and Armstrong got the goals. Fantastic though, great start for us there, and we've got a post-match press conference to do. There's all our loan updates. I'll go back and review them afterwards, but let's do our post-match press conference, shall we? The match certainly entertained the fans, but it was rather more stressful experience as a manager. It really had everything, didn't it? I'm sure the neutrals enjoyed it. Wind enjoyed a goal-scoring debut. What did you make of his performance? His debut was good, and I can't wait to see more. Teams that can generally stay in the Premier League with 40 points. Is that the magic number for you and your team this season? I certainly hope it'll be enough. Are you confident of reaching that target? I rate our chances highly. Let's continue to that summary and go out and so these scouting reports, amazing. Again, I'll review those properly later. I just want to see the reaction to the press conference. Delighted with Wind debut, and Wind is like, yeah, I'm glad that you liked it. But let's have a look at the Premier League table so far. So there wasn't many winners. There was 3 winners in United, Villa and Arsenal on the first day. And then a lot of other people drew, and a few people haven't played yet. So we're still waiting for Chelsea, Everton, Leicester City, Newcastle and Norwich to play their first game. But I'm happy with a point to begin with. Same as Wolves, Leeds and Liverpool. Burnley, Palace, Fulham, Sheffield. Yeah, it's a decent start to the season, I think. Now, has that made any changes to the preview? No, the first result does not make any changes to the preview at all. But, great start, great first game. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you haven't already and you do want to keep up with this series, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell to be notified of new uploads, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of our first game or rating my transfer business through the summer window. And what's the other thing? Oh yeah, leave a big thumbs up if you like the video, and my Twitter is down in the description as well, so let's go and have a chat over there at some point. But as always, I've been Deej, you guys have been amazing, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!